What's up, Thumpers? Super excited to be here. The time is upon us. This trailer came out at 5 a.m. and everyone, the second it came out, was asking, "Where's your trailer reaction?"
Yeah.
We were all sleeping.
My phone exploded. Actually, I was already on my way to work.
Oh, that's right. You're on your way to work.
Which is unfortunate because I'm way too early now.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys letting me know that it was out. I knew it was out. I couldn't watch it for 13 hours.
Yeah.
It's been torture all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been the hard part about doing these trailer reactions sometimes. Like, Captain Marvel was great because Captain Marvel came out later in the day, so it was like within the hour of it coming out, we could do the trailer reaction.
Right.
When this is at 5 a.m. and you have a job. Hector's not here. Hector is in Nolans.
Hector has a job.
He's doing a set visit for our
beignets.
show. Yeah. So we got Alex Puccinelli.
Hey!
Pooch is here. Pooch.
Where's
Pooch?
The honorary.
Okay, honorary Wakandian.
Honorary fourth hyper homie.
Pooch, watching
H-squared.
Avengers Infinity War with you was the highlight of my year.
Oh, God.
Watching you experience Captain America and T'Challa run across the field of Wakanda was the greatest thing ever.
Show how fast they are.
They did.
I'm glad they did. They gave us a little pink spoon in Civil War. They didn't give us the whole Sunday. They gave us a little pink spoon. I'm like, I want more of that. Infinity War, I got it.
Little taste.
I got it.
Hector's impression of you, your reaction to everything. Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm a very loud moviegoer.
That's literally Pooch for 3 hours, and it was the greatest experience ever.
Since that experience, we were like, we have to involve Pooch in everything we do with this movie from now on. So that's happening.
Yeah.
So you're from now until the movie comes out, basically you're going to be the fourth member.
Yeah.
You're
the fourth Avenger.
Boom.
Yeah, basically.
Done.
Basically.
My year's ending great.
So we're all coming in fresh.
Yeah.
Right?
Fresh.
Yeah.
Nothing.
This was very difficult to do.
This was one of the more difficult ones, I believe. Did you got blown up, right?
Blown up all day. I had to turn my phone off.
Yep.
I was like, I get it, guys.
Yeah.
But it's cool because everybody knows I love this stuff.
Yeah.
So they're like, Pooch, what'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think? And I had to be like, I felt embarrassed because I was like, I haven't seen it yet. And they're like, what? Why haven't you seen it yet? I'm like, well, I'm reviewing it tonight.
Yeah.
And then they're like, ooh, details. What is this?
Yeah.
So anybody out there who I've told to watch, watch it. Because we're going to watch it right now.
Yeah,
because they wanted to see my reaction.
Yeah.
Because they know how loud I am.
Okay.
I've
So
never
this
seen
is
an
good
Avengers
then.
trailer with you.
Well,
This is the first.
That's why it
turn
was
the
a
volume
good
down
idea.
because I might blow these headphones out.
I'm super excited. Yeah, it was really, really hard because I run all the socials for Hyper Heroes. To try to like repost the trailer without watching it was really hard. It was really me just being like very quickly just tapping and praying that like nothing shows up. Thankfully, it worked out. So we're just gonna jump into this.
Oh God!
Stayed offline. Made sure nobody spoiled anything.
Can't we just jump into this? I feel like I'm not ready yet.
You gotta be ready.
What can I do to
I
help
haven't
you?
mourned properly.
I know.
I think it's just emotionally.
Your
I
tweet
don't
this
know.
morning with
with
Spider-Man just.
I was like,
fizzling out.
it's time for me to disappear off social media, and then I posted a GIF of Spider-Man just evaporating.
It's great.
And so
It's great.
I'm ready.
You're ready, but is there anything you want to see?
I'm ready, but I'm not ready. Like I want to see what the fuck they're going to do.
I know. The thing that's so crazy is where movies are today, I feel like you have a good understanding of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going to happen in this movie. I think I stayed after the movie when we saw it. I think I stayed in my seat for a good 7 minutes
Just
with my mouth ajar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I love because I feel like Marvel does such a good job of keeping it under wraps.
Oh yeah, no,
And
such a good job.
in a world where we know everything about the movie before it comes out, Marvel somehow like tricked us all.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
No, neither do I.
And I love it. I'm genuinely surprised.
Truthfully, part of me wanted to be like, I'm not gonna watch any trailers for this movie.
I get that.
And it's so hard because when everyone's hitting you up, you're like,
you kind of have to. I mean, like we're doing it for the fans, basically. You know,
it's
like
all for the fans.
basically, it's
not
all
for
the
my
fans at this
cinematic
point.
experience, for yours.
My favorite reaction after the movie was yours, but second was Naeem's. Naeem was in utter disbelief.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like somebody had just like Men in Blacked his brain and just like everything was gone, and he's just like.
It was almost as if someone told Naeem that there was no Santa Claus.
Yeah, basically.
Spoiler alert, guys. Sorry.
There is no Santa
Sorry.
Claus.
I know it's December. I don't mean it, but.
Oof. All right. Shall we jump in?
Let's
do this. First trailer, Avengers Endgame.
I was going to put my hands in where I thought we were going to do a thing, but it's
all
okay.
together.
All together.
All in.
All for one and one for all.
I'm not going to touch it, but
3,
two.
2, 1.
Oh, God.
Stay on.
Oh man.
Oh, Lord, he's in space.
Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning.
Oh my God.
That'll be it.
What?
When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
What? Where's Nebula?
Lord.
Yeah. He had a whole team with him.
And
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
You retired the beard! What the fuck?
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family.
no!
We
Sorry.
lost a part of ourselves.
He's back! Oh!
This is the fight of our lives.
Oh,
That old cap
This is
suit.
going to work, Steve.
That Winter Soldier.
I
yeah.
know it is.
Great hair, by the
Because
way.
I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
What is gonna work?
Come on.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago
How did
at
he-
the airport in Germany. Got got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
How did he?
Wait a second. Is this an old message? What?
He's at the front door. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with all this
Okay.
information right now.
So, taking it back, beginning, Tony obviously found a way to get off of Titan. He's floating through space. Nebula
But he
nowhere
had
to be
people with
seen.
him.
But they all, except for Nebula, all died. All the Guardians, Peter, Doctor
yeah.
Strange, they're all dead. Nebula's
Okay.
the only survivor. A lot of people are asking, how is he going to get off? We saw that the Milano. Well, we didn't actually see it get destroyed when they were fighting Thanos.
Yeah.
So the Milano should be there. The ship that Nebula had, she ran into Thanos.
yeah.
So
it's
that ship
probably
was probably
non-op
destroyed.
at this point.
Yeah. Damn, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation about this movie, where it takes place.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of rumors that it's 5 years later.
Yeah.
There's definitely a time jump, considering that we see Steve Rogers without the beard, which, God, why'd you have to retire that beard?
The beard's
He needed to
amazing.
keep the beard.
His hair looks great,
It
by
does.
the way. It's super nice.
It looks.
But Black
I
Widow.
just want to emulate that, but my
I
hair
know.
won't do that.
You got
We'll
that.
get some volume.
We can
Don't
get some
worry.
volume
I'll-
there.
We'll show you.
We'll work
But
We'll
Black
work it
Widow
out
still
later.
has the blonde hair.
Yeah.
So they must still be in some hiding of some sort. Maybe
It
he's got his
seems-
Winter Soldier suit. He's got the star back.
Yeah, it seems like
There's a
I
lot
don't know
happening.
I don't know if it's going to be 5 years, but because
There's some
to
passage
me
of
it seems
time.
maybe like 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 years, but I don't know. It's all speculation.
Yeah.
Were they
yeah.
in that Avenger house though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
they were
they're
in
back
the
there.
Avengers,
Yeah.
Avengers base.
complex.
Banner was
Not
there.
Avengers.
He's looking through all the files of all the Avengers.
Yeah.
You see Scott's file. He sees
Yeah.
Peter Parker's.
Yeah.
We see Nebula sort of like in the shadows
Right,
of one
it
shot.
was a silhouette.
Yeah, Obviously, we see a shot of Thanos. We see Scott at the end, which is like, okay, how did he get out of the
Yeah.
quantum realm? That to me is like,
So
what?
to me, my nerd brain is already making connections.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the quantum realm is going to play a big role in
Got
this.
to. It's got to.
gonna
It's
be.
got to, right?
It's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know Ant-Man comics that well, so I don't know if this is how they've done in Ant-Man comics. But I imagine that the quantum realm is potentially a passageway through time as well.
Yes.
does he
Well,
get
I mean,
out?
but that's the thing.
That's
So
the
how
big
does he get out of the quantum realm? We saw Michelle Pfeiffer come out of there with crazy powers.
Yeah.
One display of powers, we don't know her full potential of what
Yeah.
she had. So potentially, since he understands the quantum realm a little bit more than she did, he might have a way out.
Mm-hmm.
He probably had like maybe a plan B built automatically into his suit somehow.
Maybe, yeah.
Seeing as how now they could jump in and out of the quantum realm, they
Mm-hmm.
probably advanced the suit a little bit to say, hey, like, if you're ever stuck, this is a way out. But also, I don't know anything about quantum theory, but I have listened to a few podcasts about it, and I do know that when things go into the quantum level, nothing is ever really predictable. So like there's a weird theory that says things only change and happen because they are being observed. So like a molecule will jump in time and space because someone's observing it, which is really odd. I don't understand how it works, but I think they're going to apply some of those principles to the quantum realm where things don't work how you expect. So they're going to throw us for a loop somehow.
I'm already on the biggest loop from what you just said.
Right?
No
exactly.
idea what you just said.
It doesn't make sense.
Like,
but I've heard it 1,000 times, and I'm just like, how does this make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a tree falling in the woods. If you're not there.
Exactly. Does it make a noise? Exactly.
Do molecules make noise in the quantum realm?
Exactly.
We don't know.
It's string theory. Like, it's craziness that, like, I don't, like, it's so complex to think about. But I know in the comic books, Ant-Man has a quantum prison in the quantum realm, and that's where they take their big bads. Like, because they shrink them down, take them into the quantum realm, because once you're frozen down, it's hard for you, or once you're that tiny, it's hard for you to escape from there. You're basically in infinity in the smallest form possible, and you don't know how to get out of there. So this quantum realm thing is going to be a game changer.
Probably a big player.
Game changer.
The coolest thing about this trailer is I feel like there's all these little subplots.
Yeah.
That are coming like Ronan showing up. If he
Hello.
is Ronan,
Yeah,
I'm guessing he is.
We don't know.
But why is he? What happened there?
Yeah.
Did his family get axed?
Well,
Is he mad?
and again, that's the other thing. That's why, like, I think talking about the passage of time between Avengers: Infinity War and this movie is very plausible because, if Hawkeye's family was killed during the snap, which I think it's
maybe his
been,
wife just.
I think they've officially coined it the dissemination.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
I call it the snappening.
The snappening.
The snappening. Yeah.
I like that.
I think that is enough to sort of push characters to the edge.
If
Anybody
anybody in his family went
Hawkeye.
out, that would be enough for him to like come out. Anybody in his family goes out, that's enough for him to come out of retirement. But he had that badass knife, that badass sword, whatever that was,
and that cool costume and that dope haircut.
Right?
Dude.
A lot of great hair. In this.
Lots of great hair.
That's
in
the number
Avengers
one
movie.
thing I got out of this trailer is great hair.
We all have to up our
Everybody.
hair game
I know,
for this
seriously.
movie.
And it's because you look at a character like Thor and you look at Black Widow, the appearance is the same as it looked in Infinity War.
Yeah.
But then you look at Cap, and he looks different. He looks like he did
right.
more in the Winter Soldier.
Right.
He's got the suit. And then you look at Banner. You can't really see him, but he looks like he did in Infinity
Banner.
War. Yeah. And you see Ronan or Hawkeye. He's got a different look.
Yeah.
And then you start to see Cap playing with the watch that he had from the first Avenger with the picture of Peggy.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, are all those rumors about talking about is Cap going to somehow go into the past, change what happened? Is that going to affect, like, the theory that I love, and I think we've talked about it, is whatever Cap does, he has to sacrifice his place in the modern world and basically get sent back to 1941. And at the end of the movie, if it's an end credit scene or whatever it is, we actually do see Cap and Peggy reunite for that one last dance. And I'm like,
ugh. Does he go into the past and still let Peggy go?
Maybe.
Like,
is that the
he has a chance? Yeah, like he has a chance to say, if I do this, I can be with Peggy for the rest of my life, or if I don't, I save the world.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And there's all those set photos of Cap, Iron Man, and Thor in the costumes from the first Avengers movie.
In New York. Yeah.
So there is some sort of there's something happening with time travel.
Time and travel and quantum zones. I hope this movie's not too complicated, but apparently it's super long.
It's 3 hours.
I'm
so
okay
far.
with it.
I'm honestly, if it takes that much time to unravel the mystery of what is happening, then
Have it be a Netflix miniseries. I don't
know,
care.
seriously.
Let it be an intermission.
Yeah.
And come back. I'll see it.
Let me refill my popcorn and empty my
real.
bladder. and
4
we'll be good.
times, you'll see it 4 times.
Also, the title is interesting because it was something that the Russo brothers teased on social media a few months back.
Yeah.
And they said, like, if you look really close, you will be able to read out the title. And people eventually found it. But it's been mentioned in 2 Avengers movies already. Doctor Strange mentioned it when right before he dies. He says we're in the Endgame now. And then I think Tony Stark says it. It's either, I think it's in Avengers Age of Ultron. he points up and he's like, "That's the Endgame." So there's been a lot of foreshadowing, and I think they probably saw that and they thought like, it's in the script of this movie. It's been referenced once before. Let's just use it.
Yeah. Do you like the title?
Well, I think I like the title, and I think it potentially hints toward a lot.
It does hint towards a lot, but also look at the logo. It's a disappearing Avengers logo.
Yeah, I think it's finality.
I think at the end of the day, even though they might save the universe or like reverse the snapping, the Avengers are never going to be the same.
Yeah,
like
they are going to have to be.
The Avengers are disassembled. Like that logo right there shows the Avengers disassembling basically, and we never got to hear Avengers assemble yet.
No.
Are we going to hear it this time?
That's so for me, my one big moment in this movie that I hope comes to fruition. And like if it doesn't and the movie's still great, fine. But my big thing after 10 years of this huge build-up, I want to see either Iron Man or Captain America be the one who uses the Infinity Gauntlet to bring back all the other Avengers. With like Avengers Assemble being the big call.
Like he says Avengers Assemble, and snaps. Everybody comes back and they all do like a super epic superhero pose.
Yeah.
Gonna punch Thanos in the face.
At that point you have to figure like, okay, then who is Thanos' army?
Right.
You can't have 40 Avengers plus Captain Marvel versus Thanos.
The original Infinity War, you know this, Pooch, like the old school one, they did like 40 of them went after him, and he still kicked all their asses. Not a problem. He still killed them immediately.
If there is a snapping, I don't know why I did this. That's do you think they will bring back the Black Order? Along with
that's what I see.
Okay, so there's lots of fan theories going around. Everybody's assuming that whoever died goes into the Soul Stone. Now these guys didn't die, so anybody that died outside of the snap probably won't get brought back. So like all the Black Order all got killed. Excuse me, all got killed in war, right? Obviously, they didn't necessarily die in that snap, and so the big fan theory is that there's going to be a quest to get either Gamora out of the Soul Stone or like something's going to happen with the Soul Stone. You know, because that's where
it's going to be a big player.
That's going to be a big player for something. And people are saying this only because of that last scene. Or one of the last scenes where you see baby Gamora and she asks Thanos what it costs. Everything was orange around. And they were like, she's in the Soul Stone. So that's the huge theory right now. No validity to it. I'm just talking out of my ass basically right now. But I've been reading way too many fan theories, and I need to stop because it's just...
Well, it's hard because, like, sometimes some of those things, not in full capacity, but sometimes pieces of those elements come to fruition.
Yeah, exactly. They do come to fruition.
Yeah, so it's tough. But, yeah, and we're supposed to get a trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home tomorrow. It's Friday. Trailer is supposed to come out on Saturday at CCXP, which is the Comic-Con Expo in Brazil. So that's going to be really interesting. Like, now that we've got Captain Marvel, this trailer, how does Spider-Man
fit into all of this?
Yeah, and like, how does it use what little story we got from this trailer to explain how is Peter Parker alive?
Yeah, how does he fit? How does that movie fit before the snap?
Does that whole movie take place within the Soul Stone? Like,
I doubt
I don't think they're gonna go that far.
I doubt it. No, but did you guys see the new suit that they premiered at the? That
the
suit
noir
looks
suit?
dope. The noir suit, but it's called the stealth suit.
The stealth suit. Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Do you like the fact that we're getting a Spider-Man trailer tomorrow?
I don't need it, to be completely honest.
Don't need it, huh?
I don't need it.
I feel like this has never been done by Marvel before. Dropped 3 major trailers in 1 week.
No.
I mean, that's a risky move. I'm not saying that I don't need it, but I feel like this is already a lot to process.
Yeah.
You know? But like, what if it blows us out of the water?
It would have been. I think it would have been different if Spider-Man was one of the survivors of Infinity War. Then you'd have been like, "Oh, cool. We know he survives. Here's the continuing adventures of Spider-Man." But the fact that he dies, I think it's a very tough. I think it's hard from a marketing perspective to then go into Far From Home.
Yeah.
And if you're Kevin Feige and Sony, you're collaborating on, okay, this is how this character is going to survive this scenario. Yeah. But how do we not reveal that in the trailer? Like, how casually can you ignore the snapping?
You can't.
You know, it's like you have to address it in some way, unless you don't. And then audiences are just going to be like, how
that was cool, or like where does this lay? But yeah, it's gonna be odd, because we know the fate of Peter Parker basically.
Yeah. The only way that you can do it is if at the end of this movie, Endgame, you have a new trailer for Spider-Man: Far From Home that ties in of like whatever happens at the end, it immediately ties into Far From Home of like this is how this was resolved. Like okay, but up until then. Yeah, you still need to advertise your movies.
Yeah,
there was a big debate about, like, did we need an Avengers 4 trailer? Like, I didn't need it. I could have gone to the movie cold, but I'm not my mother.
Right.
I'm not the rest of my family who, like, doesn't know when these movies come out. Like, and also,
I feel like as revolutionary as Marvel has been with this whole cinematic universe, there's still things at play. Like, there's still old school, like, movie heads or, like, directors or, like, big business people who are like, we cannot not put out a trailer, you know, because to some people it's just building hype, and I get it, and maybe this was something that, to be very honest, I wasn't absolutely blown away with this. I was just more in shock that I'm seeing what the next thing is gonna be, you know, like the trailer, not blown away by it. But I feel like maybe they were just forced to put one out. So the Russo brothers were like, let's just give them minimal
I think also just like being as minimal as possible is kind of a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I don't want – this is the thing I hate about movie trailers now is I've seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
I think the last time I was ever surprised for a movie was The Dark Knight. Because we never really saw it. It was like, who's playing the Joker? There's no way.
Yeah.
And then when the movie came out, it was amazing. But then Dark Knight Rises came out.
Right.
And we heard all this stuff. We knew too much about it. The trailer showed a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of
less is more.
All mystery.
I want to go in with just a big question mark about what's going to happen. So that was... I mean,
this is good for you then.
Oh God, I love not being
one more
wet in the
trailer.
house.
Dos más. One more.
I'll take another one.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I love that idea of just dangling, like when we play with a little cat, a little feather. Like I love just dangle it in front of me.
Yeah.
And I think it's inevitable that the next trailer. I don't think we'll see the next trailer until Captain Marvel comes out.
Oh yeah, no. It'll probably play with Captain Marvel.
I think the movie will open without the Avengers trailer, and then I think it'll come out like the weekend after it opens, and then they'll add it to the movie. Maybe I don't know, because I feel like it would be not a spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler. I think there is a way to put Captain Marvel into the next Avengers 4 trailer.
Yeah.
But you have to also do it in a way that's like you can't sort of give away the stakes of Captain Marvel for the general public who doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Right. We have to fall in love with
first.
Captain Marvel first of all, and then with that response, then that'll let us know, you know, what's happening here.
Man, this is such an interesting trailer. Like for Infinity War, because we knew that we were gonna go into the battle with Thanos, it was a big buildup of like, oh shit, it's the big show. Like we're here to play in the big sandbox. It's the main event, and now it's like, well, the main event happened.
And it didn't turn out how we wanted.
This is like watching Rocky and seeing him and Apollo go at it, and you're like, but what's after? Like what's next after the fight? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be so interesting.
Oh man.
It's so hard. It's like there's not much else you can really speculate.
It's a lot of info
to
process.
I love that Marvel's doing this.
Yes, I agree.
And that's why I'm like not really worried about the Spider-Man trailer because I feel they know what they're doing at this point. I feel like so it's gonna make sense. I just think it's weird that they're like announcing that they have a Spider-Man movie and he died in the last one. So
Right. No, you're absolutely right. It is weird, and the fact that we don't know really like how Captain Marvel fits in this. It's all huge question marks.
Oh, it's the best.
Like. But it's you're right. It is the best.
So fun
because this is kind of like what we were asking for.
And when's the last time you were this like excited for a movie and just invested?
Not since Creed.
Not
since Creed.
Creed too?
I haven't seen that one yet.
I did.
I was scared to. I still was, but then everybody's been saying that it's great. So
I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
I know, Pooch. I know. We need to go. Look, you're already tearing up.
I'm tearing up because I didn't like it.
Ooh, we could talk about it. We could talk about it.
We got it.
Okay.
Wrap this
All right,
trailer.
let's wrap this up
final
and then
thoughts.
We'll go.
Obviously, I can't wait to see more of this movie. What's going to happen? I'm very interested to see Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. I think right now we're just going to be on this marketing journey of like, what the fuck is Avengers 4?
Yeah.
I think that's all we can do at this point. Reading fan theories, that can go one of two ways. It can be, it can lead to something, or it can lead you into the abyss, and you'll never know what happens.
I'm just staying away from all of them.
Yeah, we've got a lot more months. It's coming out in April. They pushed it up a week or two. So thank God, because that's what they do with the Infinity War.
Yeah. Captain Marvel's March.
Yes. Yeah. So we got March, April, and then July we've got Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay. Dang.
So
cool
we'll see.
That.
We'll see.
Cool.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you thought about this first trailer for Avengers Endgame. Just post your fan theories. Why not? Screw it.
Why not?
I want to read yours. I want to read yours.
Yeah.
I'd rather go into our comment section and read them and see what happens. But so interesting. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Check out all the other videos we're doing here on Hyper RPG. And make sure you guys watch Hyper Heroes as well. We'll catch you in the next one.